right, here's who's fishing with us today. Garther.
Hey,
Big China.
what's going on, folks? It's gonna be good times.
What do you think about this whole Pointe du Bois thing?
I'm excited. You know what? I've never been to Pointe du Bois, but you hear so many amazing stories and fish tales of people going up to Pointe du Bois and catching amazing, like, tons of fish. Because the thing with Pointe du Bois is such an amazing fishery. There's so many different species that you can catch depending on what part of the water you're in. So, but I'm super excited to go up because I've never been there, and it's just nice to see a new water. That's what we're doing. New water. Like I said, this body of water has so many different scenarios that we can fish, whether we're fishing rocky points or weed lines, we're fishing back eddies of currents, and there's just so many things that you hear of, like such the beauty that Pointe du Bois has to offer for us. So like I said, I'm excited to go up and can't wait to see the water and see something new and actually see some nice, I guess they're nice black golden walleye, eh? Yeah.
So we were driving from the launch and the water is just covered in fish flies. They're everywhere here. So I think that's going to clue us in a little bit on what we're going to start fishing with too, hey? Maybe some leeches, maybe some crawlers, try to match the hatch a little bit.
Definitely.
Hopefully we can use it to our advantage.
Typically, if I'm coming to a new body of water, the one thing the two setups I always bring, definitely always bring a jig and rod. I mean, you always got to have your jig so you can pitch leeches or night crawlers or your plastics. But then I always, see, that's some fish down there. What I really love doing is bringing your search bait. I like bringing a bottom bouncing rod. And it's just so you can cover more water in different areas of certain humps and drop-offs to see where the fish are actually situated, whether they're going to be sitting at like at 20 feet or they're going to be at 15 feet. And you just trust your arcs, and you got to trust your fish finder when you're coming out. So I'm bottom bouncing a spinning glow, which I tied myself with a slow death hook and a nice black leech. It's actually because of the mayfly hatch. You want to try to get something buggy down there, and that looks pretty buggy to me.
First fish of the
Take
day.
it off.
Don't take it off.
Is it a big one? Is it a big one?
I
Whoa! But we are at Lampy Falls right now. We're actually sitting in some slack water, kind of within the current, but we're actually going to move over toward the current edge there. I'm not sure which side are we going. Which one are we going to? One over there? That one. We're going to try to hit a seam, try to get as close to it as we can. And we're going to jig for now, but we might try running heavy bottom bouncers and stick baits in the current, hoping some big fish come by and just, yeah! That's how it works usually, I think. Isn't that how it goes? I think so. Oh, we tried that first spot earlier, which is more slack water, like out there in the lake, and we were only catching small ones, and we decided to make the move here to Lampy Falls. More current. It's gonna have like a lot bigger, stronger fish that are gonna be sitting here ambushing prey. They're gonna be tougher. That's what I always think about it. Eh? They are strong. They're athletes. The ones in the falls. I mean, they got more muscle on them. But yeah, definitely a beautiful fish, and probably hit like a tank too, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Nice. On a
We actually had a little bit of success. Bruce is on a big fish right now. I don't know how he does his hook sets and all, but
I like to dig them right into the jaw.
yeah, a couple. We're gonna head up the river more. We fished current, we fished rocky points, and we've done well. We've caught a couple nice, decent sized fish. So we're just gonna keep searching because that's what this day is all about: is going out and finding. We could actually stay here and just jig all day long, but I don't want to do that. We want to go and explore. Pointe du Bois, so much water here. I mean, like I said, there's structure fishing that you can do. And like I said, we're heading towards that point over there where there's all those rocks pointing out, so it should hopefully jut out into the lake and hopefully get some walleyes on there. Yeah, I need a net guy. Let's get this guy in the net really quick. Woo! Oh, dude. Let's not mess around with this guy. Ready?
The perfect pass, eh, Garther?
Oh my goodness, I knew I had something on there. I was like, holy crow. Dude, look at this. Okay, you ready? Yep. There you go.
Well done. That's a fatty.
Pow!
Dandy.
Look
Dandy.
at that. So, I guess Carolyn, biggest one so far?
For now.
For now. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Come back. I'm sorry. Oh, we're gonna do shorelines. Hungry. Let's
That's
eat
a
it.
perfect fish.
That is. Sometimes when you catch a lot of small fish, I mean, there's always a big one sometimes in there, so sometimes catching some fish is better than no fish. Like this one right here. Oh, yeah. This one feels like 15-incher.
You a net guy?
Yeah, it's actually fighting pretty good though. There you go. Nice. We'll eat him. Nice little eater. I mean, like, don't get you, like, we did catch that 3.5 pounder like off a rocky point, and we did have a couple bites there. But then, you know what, we just still haven't really had an opportunity to really concentrate to see where we really want to, where the big fish are. Like we've only marked a couple good fish in certain areas, but we haven't really given them a really good time to work them and sit on top of them. But that, you know, if you really want to get them, you got to just trust your finder, and if you mark a fish, you just got to go and get them. But then this way, like I say, what we're doing right now, bottom bouncing, is just we're just trying to see where we can find stronger concentrations of fish. So.
Multi-species day do we have?
We got walleye, sauger, perch,
Bass.
smallies, clam.
Black bean sauce. Black bean sauce. Put it in. Let's cook it up. I actually marked some good marks down there, so we can either bottom bounce or we can jig over them. But we'll bottom bounce.
We'll bottom bounce.
We'll bottom bounce.
Because we love it.
Because that's Carolyn's favorite thing to do. came up to from 20 to 13, and you both got hit at the same time. So, and we got hit there earlier. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, we should actually try to jig this area, throw some jigs, try to get on top of them, see if we can get it fast and furious. Oh no, no! What? How could that be? That was such a big hit. Oh! Oh my God. There you go.
All right.
Oh! Oh! Yeah, this one's going. Yeah, this is a northern. Oh, we got a big fish here. Holy crow. Woo! Let's bring her in around this way. Because we're going to get one shot at this thing. Oh my God, it's heavy.
Staying down, eh?
Oh, what is this thing?
Oh yeah, he is. Here he comes.
How's it look? Oh, it's a nice looking one.
Let's ski him in. Let's ski him in. Oh, he just spit it out. Oh, he did. Oh,
Perfect hook set, because you know what? Got it right in the corner of the mouth, right as we netted it. It popped right out. Look at this, Pointe du Bois.
he was big in the guys, eh?
Yes, nice, thick. You gotta love it when they come in. What an awesome battle. I mean, we've been fishing all day just to try to get a nice one like this, and she is here. Coming out to new body water is always a lot of fun because you get to explore and try different things, and you're not just stuck in the same routine of going to your same favorite watering hole. I mean, your favorite fishing hole. I mean, could we have just turned around to the first corner and just fished the first point we saw and stayed there all day and did really well? Absolutely, but the point was to go out there and check out what this fishery has to offer. So we'd go to a point or a weed line or a drop off, we'd fish, we'd catch some fish, and then we'd pack her up and then we'd move up the river and keep doing it. By the end of the day, we ended up going so far. But that was the whole fun part of it. It was so much fun. It's really exciting. And I tell everyone, I mean, you guys should all do the same thing. I mean, like, explore and figure out why the fish are where they are and what they're doing. And that's why I said today was an exciting day. It was a lot of fun. So thank you very much.